Hello, thank you for joining us on TVC News at 4. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has handed over 53 vehicles and 180,300 USD to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police on behalf of Canadians who were victims of internet fraud in Nigeria. The chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, handed over the document of recovery to a Canadian senior police analyst and a Canadian police liaison officer. Investigations commenced in January 2022 by a joint operation between Canadian government and the government of Nigeria. Now, some of the vehicles were traced with the VIN provided by the Canadian authorities. Operatives of the EFCC monitored the vessel, which was used to bring the vehicles to Tinkan Island. Meanwhile, the Northwest Agenda for Peace has commended President Tinubu for his proactive measures in addressing escalating security challenges in the region. The group adds that the presence of the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, and the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, in the region attests to the President's commitment to ridding the region of terrorism and banditry. In a statement jointly signed by the President, Bagana, and Secretary General Usman Abubakar, President Tinubu's directive for the Minister and Security Chiefs to relocate to the Northwest demonstrates his concern for the region and the reassurance he has not forgotten the people. The Northwest Agenda for Peace has urged the federal government to provide the necessary support and resources to the security agencies to enable them effectively tackle security challenges in the region. The Northwest region has been plagued by terrorism and banditry, with 4 out of 7 states in the region among the top 5 states with the highest number of kidnap incidents between July 2023 and June 2024. In order to ensure proper security at airports across the country, there must be synergy among agencies at the federal and state airport, as well as collaborative efforts with citizens. The Director of Airport Operations of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Abdullahi Mahmoud, made this call while speaking with TVC News on the deficit at the airport, which has increased security breach, including influx of unwanted persons via broken fences.
Alone cannot handle that. If I tell you fun alone can handle the security of the airport, it's not done. It's not going to happen. So that is why now the Air Force, the police, the custom, each and every security agent is involved in making sure that our airport are secured. So that talk has been ongoing, and a lot of things, have taken place, and it's still work in progress. You find out that if you notice now, you see there is a very, very strong collaboration among all the agencies if it comes to airport protection and airport security. So definitely we'll have all these challenges here and there, but we are really, really on top of it.
Now let's go to Ogun State, where the National Association of Nigerian Students say the policy statement of the Minister of Education on the 18-year minimum wage for sitting for the senior secondary school certificate examinations will contribute to the increase in social vices in the country. The national president of the association said this during a security summit in Abeokuta, Ogun State. We have more details in this.
As Nigerians call for justice for Christiana Idowu, who was abducted and allegedly killed by her friend Ayomide Adeleye in Lagos, the president of the National Association of Nigerian Students has called for improved security and campaign against social vices among the youth. He made this known in Abeokuta during a special security summit organized for student leaders and the youth. The program, organized by the Office of the Clerk of the Senate of NANS, was attended by representatives of different security agencies in the country. The president of NANS said the position of the Minister of Education on 18 years minimum age for sitting for WAEC and NECO will come with negative impacts on the country's education sector.
We are not aware before that decisions were taken, and probably he feels that he can take the decision on his own, but I can assure you that this decision is not in the best interest of Nigerian educational sector, because like I said, the person will have to wait again. And another thing is that, like I said, when I was talking about having big, overgrown people in our universities and polytechnics, it also contributes to cultism. For me, and with little research and consultation we have done as an organization, age is a factor. Because when you have somebody 25 years being on campus, 100 level and the rest, the person is also thinking other things. He's frustrated. He's looking at his colleague or his age mate who has graduated and doing something better or whatever. So he channels that frustration to a different thing entirely that is going to be detrimental to the society.
The clerk of the Senate of NANS said the gathering was a platform to call the youth to action and to work together in ensuring safety in the society.
We must challenge the existing narratives that normalize these social values, these social vices, and replace them with narratives of empowerment, strength, and positivity.
Representatives of different security agencies in attendance highlighted the need for continuous engagement of the youth and appealed to them to shun violence, drugs, and other negative things.
It is not an excuse, to say unemployment, pushes our youth to vices.
As young people, you are the most vulnerable to social vices, but you are also the most powerful agents of change.
The program focused on how to empower the youth through information and campaign against all forms of social vices. Kazim Olowen, TVC News, Abeokuta.
The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency says in the past 6 years it has attended to 26,000 cases of domestic violence ranging from circumcision, early marriage, forced marriage, infanticide, neglect, and also financial abuse. According to recent trends, many cases of sexual and gender-based violence is as a result of factors like financial dependence, third-party interference, and a lack of evidence. With this year's slogan, "Not on my watch, not in my Lagos," the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency organized together community stakeholders who are the closest to the grassroots.
Of survivors don't have evidence when it comes to cases of sexual and gender-based violence. So we normally advise people to document things as much as they can through their chats, WhatsApp, Instagram, any of the social media angle. They can use it to document.
Many people always think it relates to women alone, whereas it's vice versa, both to men and women.
Sometimes when these cases happen, they tend to go through the practice of we keep it in the community. We also don't want an avenue where they will use their power to sit on cases as such, making the survivors, helpless.